Dear Uday, and thank you for joining us today. So, what makes the Shish University's education system unique in today's world? Hello there, and thank you for joining us today. So, Shishu University stands apart because it integrates modern academics with timeless wisdom. It nurtures the intellect, emotions, and spirit together. The motto of learn, lead, and serve embodies His Holiness Gurudev Shishu Ravi Shankarji's vision of creating leaders who are wise, compassionate, and service oriented. Alongside MBA, BTech, and liberal arts program, the students learn yoga, meditation, and Sudarshan Kriya, helping them manage stress, anxiety, and peer pressure with calmness. Faculty and staff are trained to see education as a means of transformation, not just information. This holistic model has inspired universities worldwide, whether it's a Padma Sadhana for inner stability or Seva projects that connect learning with service. The Shrish University prepares students for success that is meaningful, ethical, and sustainable. Now, how can the Art of Living programs help students cope with exam pressure? Exam stress arises from fear of failure, comparison, and lack of focus. The art of living techniques like Sudarshan Kriya and Pranayama restore balance to the nervous system. A few minutes of deep breathing daily oxygenates the brain, increases concentration, and reduces anxiety hormones. Gurudev's wisdom reminds students exams test your memory, not your word. When students meditate regularly, they sleep better, recall information faster, and stay calm under pressure. Many students across India report improved academic performance after practicing meditation. Faculty at the Shish University also conduct pre exam stress relief sessions with yoga, laughter, and satsang, transforming exam session and season into a celebration of learning rather than fear. Now, what role do faculty members play in integrating spirituality with education? The faculty are not just instructors, they are mentors shaping character. In Srish University, teachers are encouraged to begin classes with a few minutes of silence or pranayama. This brings focus and positivity to both teacher and student. Faculty training programs include Art of Living teacher development workshops, which help educators handle stress, enhance communication, and build empathy. Gurudev often says a good teacher creates curiosity, a great teacher creates values. By living these values, faculty set an example. They learn to respond, not react. Through meditation, they develop patience and clarity. Thus, education becomes a sacred process where knowledge flows with grace, not tension. Now, how can parents and guardians help reduce stress in university students? There, the parents often carry their own anxieties about grades, careers, and expectations, which unknowingly add pressure on students. Gurudev advises parents to be supportive rather than demanding. When the parents practice meditation and Sudarshan Kriya themselves, their energy at home becomes calm and nurturing. Students feel emotionally secure and open. The Art of Living parenting program or Know Your Child program teaches mindful listening, appreciation, and non judgmental communication. Parents of Shish University students often join weekly satsangs, pujas, and wisdom sessions, creating a shared culture of growth. When families meditate together, conflicts reduce, love grows, and children flourish naturally. Now, can art of living techniques really help with financial or career anxiety? Yes, financial insecurity or job uncertainty can trigger fear and sleeplessness. Gurudev explains that stress doesn't solve problems, it blocks creativity. Through Sudarshan Kriya, the body releases deep rooted stress, allowing clarity and intuition to arise. Students then take smarter, confident career decisions. The Padma Sadhana gives emotional stability, while the Shakti Kriya invokes inner strength. The Shrish University's career guidance cell often integrates meditation before placement interviews. Recruiters notice the difference. Students radiate confidence without arrogance. When one connects with their inner source, abundance naturally follows. Now, how can administrators and staff handle workload stress effectively? University administrators and staff face constant pressure, deadlines, audits, student queries, and multitasking. Regular practice of art of living breathing techniques reduces mental clutter and brings focus. Gurudev suggests taking short breaks of awareness, a few deep breaths before each new task. Many staff at Ashish University attend weekly group meditations and wisdom sessions. These not only reduce absenteeism but also create harmony among departments. When management operates with calmness and compassion, efficiency naturally rises. Service becomes joyful rather than burdensome. Now, what's the role of seva or selfless service in campus life? Yeah, the seva is not charity, it is the expression of gratitude. Gurudev says, when you serve, you dissolve your ego. At Sri University, seva is part of every student's life, whether helping in campus maintenance, organizing satsangs, or participating in rural outreach programs. It builds teamwork, humility, and leadership. Service projects like cleanliness drives, tree planting, or teaching underprivileged children give students purpose beyond marks. Through seva, They experience the joy of giving and connect deeply with society. This reduces loneliness and boosts self esteem, a true antidote to depression. Now, how do art of living practices enhance emotional intelligence among youth? Yeah, in today's world, emotional stability is more valuable than academic scores. Practices like Sudarshan Kriya and meditation balance the right and left brain, promoting emotional maturity. Gurudev teaches that emotions are like waves, observe them without drowning in them. Students who meditate daily report better relationships, teamwork, and resilience. Emotional intelligence training through art of living transforms campus culture. Anger becomes empathy, competition becomes collaboration. This emotional literacy empowers you to lead with compassion, not conflict. Now, what is the importance of pujas and homas conducted by the Vedic Dharma Sansthan? The pujas and homas purify the atmosphere and elevate consciousness. The Vedic Dharma Sansthan conducts various rituals like the Navagraha Homa, Rudra Homa, and Veda Parayana at the Sri Sri University and Art of Living centers. These are not mere religious ceremonies, they create a field of positive vibrations that remove obstacles and bring peace to participants. Gurudev explains that Agnihotra or the fire ritual harmonizes the five elements of nature within and around us. Students who attend these pujas often report a sense of lightness, clarity, and renewed focus, proving that spiritual energy complements academic excellence. Now, how do the meditation and tricals and their practices support holistic well-being? The tricals of the morning, noon, and evening prayers align one's rhythm with the cycles of nature. When combined with meditation, it cultivates gratitude, purity, and discipline. Students and teachers who observe these moments of silence experience better mental health and productivity. Gurudev encourages practicing Gayatri Japa and simple pranayamas before starting the day. It stabilizes emotions and sharpens the intellect in the evening. Short meditations help release the stress accumulated throughout the day. This lifestyle transforms campus life into a living ashram filled with knowledge, devotion, and peace. Now, how can teachers stay inspired amidst growing professional and personal demands? The teachers play multiple roles of educator, mentor, counselor, and administrator. Over time, emotional fatigue can set in. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji says, only one who is rested can inspire others. To daily Sudarshan Kriya, teachers recharge deeply and reconnect with their purpose. At the Sri Sri University, regular faculty meditation circles and satsangs keep the teaching community vibrant. Reading Gurudev's books like Celebrating Silence or Wisdom for the New Millennium helps them view challenges as opportunities. Teachers who meditate report improved patience, classroom harmony, and creativity. When they feel centered, learning becomes a joy, not a chore for both teacher and student. Now, how can the alumni continue applying art of living principles in their careers and families? After leaving university, life brings new challenges, careers, families, social pressures. Alumni who stay connected with Art of Living courses retain a balanced, joyful perspective. Many join local satsangs, seva projects, or online reserve sessions by Gurudev. Practicing daily meditation and Sudarshan Kriya keeps them grounded. Even in corporate or political environments, alumni from Sri Sri University working in government, IT, and entrepreneurship often share that Art of Living techniques gave them resilience and intuition. The sense of belonging continues wherever they go. They become ambassadors of peace and human values. Now, what is the significance of learn, lead, serve as a living motto? There, the learn symbolizes lifelong curiosity, lead means leading with compassion, and serve reflects gratitude through action. Gurudev's philosophy is that reduction must not end with employment but evolve into empowerment. At the Sri Sri University, learning includes academics, arts, ethics, and awareness. Leadership training comes through teamwork and seva. Students lead projects in sustainability, village empowerment, and culture through selfless service. They understand that true leadership is not domination but dedication. Thus, learn, lead, serve becomes not a slogan but a daily way of living. How can meditation improve decision making for university administrators? Administrative leaders handle critical tasks that demand clarity and fairness. Under stress, decisions become reactive. Meditation and Sudarshan Kriya clear mental clutter and sharpen perception. Gurudev teaches meditation enhances innovation, your inner GPS. Administrators who meditate regularly develop balanced judgment, empathy, and foresight. At the Sri Sri University, department heads and senior officers often begin meetings with 1 minute of silence. This transforms the energy of discussions, bringing cooperation instead of conflict. Administrative excellence thus emerges not from control but from consciousness. Now, how do cultural activities at Sri Sri University promote stress free living and learning? The university celebrates Indian festivals and global cultures alike with music, dance, poetry, and seva. Gurudev believes that celebration is a sign of intelligence. Participating in satsangs, yoga days, or spiritual festivals reduces monotony, and builds emotional connection among students. Art of Living satsang culture filled with bhajans, laughter, and wisdom acts as a powerful stress buster. Even research shows that joyful communities have higher productivity. Thus, through music, meditation, and mantra, the campus vibrates with the positivity that nourishes the intellect and soul. Now, how does the Sri Sri University integrate ancient Vedic science with modern education? The other Sri Sri University's curriculum blends modern disciplines with timeless Indian knowledge systems. Departments like yogic science, Indology, Sanskrit, and Ayurveda are offered alongside management, engineering, and psychology. Gurudev emphasizes that Vedic knowledge is not old, it is eternal science. Students learn about Agni Karyam, Upanayana, and Gayatri Japa as part of cultural studies. The Vedic Dham Sansthan conducts regular pujas and Veda chantings to maintain spiritual vibration on campus. This synthesis ensures students are scientifically informed yet spiritually rooted, a rare combination that the world now seeks. Now, how can the practice of Agnihotra or daily Agnikaram benefit university life? Agnihotra, the sacred fire ritual, purifies the environment and elevates consciousness. Scientific studies have shown it reduces pollution and bacterial load in the atmosphere. In Shrish University and Art of Living centers, morning and evening Agnikaram brings a balance to the five elements of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Gurudev says, when you honor the elements, life honors you. Students who attend the Agnihotra report improved concentration and emotional balance. It also fosters community bonding. Everyone gathers in reverence and gratitude, feeling connected to nature and with one another. Now, how do the Art of Living programs help international students adapt to Indian culture? Now, international students often experience cultural shock and homesickness. Art of Living workshops conducted at the Shisha University introduce them to yoga, meditation, Indian music, and vegetarian sattvic food. Gurudev is teaching strengths in religion and nationality, helping them feel at home in universal spirituality. Participating in pujas, seva projects, and satsangs allows them to experience India's soul beyond textbooks. Many international students share that after practicing Sudarshan Kriya, they feel peaceful, connected, and culturally enriched. The campus thus becomes a global family united by joy. Now, how can a regular satsangs heal emotional or social isolation among youth? Jagadev, today's youth struggle with loneliness even in crowds. Satsangs, gatherings of truth seekers, replace isolation with belonging. Singing bhajans, dancing, meditating, and listening to wisdom dissolve the barriers of ego and judgment. Gurudev says satsang is the food for the soul. At the Shishu University, Friday evening satsangs are vibrant celebrations where students from all streams join together. The faculty, the staff, and families participate too. Emotional happiness melts and laughter returns. In this atmosphere, friendships deepen and depression decreases. Truly, collective joy is the best therapy. Now, how can the Sri University graduates contribute to global peace and sustainability? Now, the Gurudev envisions Sri University graduates as global citizens with local roots. They are trained to think critically, act compassionately, and serve selflessly. Through Art of Living programs, they understand the interconnectedness of all life. Many alumni now lead projects in renewable energy, organic farming, water conservation, and conflict resolution. Some join the Vedic Dhamma Sansthan to revive the ancient temple tradition scientifically. By embodying peace within, they radiate peace around. The world needs not just intelligent minds, but compassionate hearts, and that is exactly what this university produces. Now, how can the students balance academic excellence with inner peace? In today's competitive world, students often chase grades while losing touch with themselves. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches peace is the foundation of progress. At Shri Shri University, meditation and yoga are woven into the daily schedule so that students learn to center themselves even amid academic pressure. Sudarshan Kriya releases accumulated tension, enhancing concentration and memory. The Padma Sadhana stabilizes emotions while regular satsangs keep joy alive. Students realize that peace and excellence are not opposites, they nurture each other. A calm mind learns faster, recalls better, and performs naturally. Now, how can the teachers maintain enthusiasm over decades of teaching? After years in the profession, monotony can sometimes dull inspiration. Art of Living workshops rejuvenate the spirit of teaching by reconnecting educators with their deeper purpose. Gurudev reminds the teacher is not a transmitter of facts but a transformer of lives. Practices like Shakti Kriya and silent meditation retreats refill the emotional reserves. Teachers also find renewal and seva, mentoring rural youth, conducting breath and meditation workshops, or guiding Art of Living courses. This expansion of vision turns every classroom into a sacred space of inspiration and learning. Now, how can the researchers apply ethical and spiritual principles in their work? Now, the research without ethics becomes mechanical. With spirituality, it becomes meaningful. At the Shish University, research scholars are encouraged to practice mindfulness before entering labs or writing papers. Gurudev says when awareness expands, innovation blossoms. Meditation enhances intuition, allowing researchers to see connections others miss. The Vedic Dhamma Sansthan teaches the sanctity of knowledge. Vidya is Devi Saraswati herself. Through Gayatri Japa and the Agni Kadam, researchers align with purity and truth, and scientific discovery here is guided by compassion, responsibility, and reverence for life. Now, how do art of living breathing techniques help manage anger and frustration? Jayagurdev, anger is often repressed, stress is seeking expression. The Sudarshan Kriya and Pranayama release that pent up energy gently and safely. Students and faculty who practice regularly notice a reduction in reactive behavior. Gurudev's simple wisdom, take a deep breath before you speak, has transformed countless relationships. The rhythm of breath influences the rhythm of emotions. When breath becomes smooth, the mind becomes calm. On campuses where these techniques are practiced, harmony naturally replaces aggression, leading to healthier communication and lasting friendships. Now, how can the spiritual discipline coexist with modern lifestyle at university? Now, the spirituality is not withdrawal, it's awareness and action at the Srish University. Modern lifestyle blends seamlessly with spiritual discipline. Morning yoga, meditation, and simple sattvic meals energize students for busy academic days. Gurudev's teachings show that one can wear jeans, use technology, and still meditate. Trikals and the Agnihotra anchor daily life in sacred rhythm, while projects in entrepreneurship and sustainability prepare students for worldly success. The result is a balanced individual rooted in ancient wisdom yet modern in thought and action. Now, how can Srish University's wisdom based education prevent burnout in young professionals? Burnout often begins in college when students equate success with non-stop effort. Gurudev emphasizes effortlessness. Work should flow from joy, not compulsion. Art of Living programs train youth to manage energy wisely. Through meditation and mindful rest, they learn to recharge between tasks after graduation. These habits protect them from workplace exhaustion. Many alumni share that daily practice of Sudarshan Kriya gives them stamina to face challenges without losing enthusiasm. When inner peace becomes part of daily life, burnout simply cannot take root. Now, how do Art of Living and Vedic Dhamma Sansthan programs promote gender harmony on campus? Now, the true empowerment arises from respect, not rivalry. Art of Living workshops nurture sensitivity, communication, and mutual trust among genders. Gurudev says, men and women are two wings of the same bird. Both must be strong. Through satsang, seva projects, and wisdom sessions, students learn to appreciate the feminine and masculine energies within themselves. The Vedic Dhamma also conducts the Devi Pujas on Fridays, especially in Gurudev's presence, celebrating the power of the feminine divine. These sacred spaces dissolve gender bias, creating a culture of equality rooted in reverence. Now, how can the meditation help in overcoming comparison, jealousy among peers? Comparison drains joy, meditation restores self acceptance. Gurudev beautifully says, you are unique. There is no comparison between the sun and the moon. When students practice silence, Sudarshan Kriya, their attention shifts from competition to contribution. They start celebrating others' success as their own on campus. Group meditations and satsangs reinforce collective joy over individual envy. With a clear mind, students realize that their own talents and paths. True self confidence arises not from being better than others, but from being centered within. Now, how do Art of Living programs improve communication and leadership skills? There, the leadership is not authority, it's influence born of calmness. Art of Living programs like Yes Plus and DSN teach you to overcome fear and hesitation through powerful breathing techniques and group exercises. Participants build confidence and compassion. Gurudev says wisdom on communication, speak from your heart, not your hurt, creates authentic leaders. At Srish University, leadership development happens through seva, teamwork, and mindful speaking. When one learns to listen deeply, leadership becomes effortless. Such leaders inspire through example, not possession. Now, how can families of students and staff benefit from art of living practices? The university community extends beyond campus. It includes parents, spouses, and children. Family stress often mirrors student or staff anxiety. When families attend art of living workshops or participate in homas conducted by the Vedic Dhamma Sansthan, harmony blossoms. Gurudev's family wisdom programs teach compassion, patience, and humor in relationships. When even one family member meditates, the vibration of the home changes. Conflicts soften, love flows naturally, and mutual understanding deepens. The shared spiritual culture ensures that education is not limited to classrooms, it transforms the entire families. Now, how can meditation and Sudarshan Kriya support mental health for students? Now, the students face stress from exams, peer pressure, and future uncertainties. Sudarshan Kriya balances the autonomic nervous system, reduces cortisol, and relieves anxiety. Meditation strengthens focus and emotional stability. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi says, a calm mind is a creative mind. Students practicing daily meditation report reduced mood swings, better sleep, and improved memory. Paired with mindfulness workshops, these practices equip students to navigate challenges with clarity. By integrating art of living programs into campus life, the Sri Sri University ensures mental health is nurtured alongside academic achievement. Now, how do the homas and pujas enhance concentration and clarity? Now, the Vedic Sansan's rituals like the Rudra Homa and Gayatri Puja create a sanctified atmosphere. The vibrations of mantra chanting calm the mind, reduce mental chatter, and enhance focus. Gurudev explains that sacred sound influences consciousness positively. Students who attend pujas before exams often feel a heightened sense of clarity and preparedness. Regular participation aligns mind, body, and environment. The combination of meditation, pranayama, and puja creates a holistic ecosystem where learning and spiritual growth go hand in hand. Now, how does Seva cultivate empathy and social responsibility? Now, the Seva or selfless service that transforms individuals from self centered to community centered. At Trish University, students participate in teaching underprivileged children, organizing blood donation camps, and environmental projects. Gurudev teaches that when we serve joyfully, our own stress diminishes, service builds emotional intelligence, compassion, and leadership skills. Alumni who continue Seva often emerge as socially responsible professionals, bridging spiritual wisdom with real world action. This culture of giving ensures graduates contribute positively to society while staying grounded. Now, how can ethical leadership be developed through spiritual practices? Now, the leadership rooted in ethics and integrity begins with self awareness. Meditation, Padmasadhana, and Trikalsandhya cultivate inner values that guide decisions. Gurudev emphasizes that true leaders serve first and lead. At Srish University, leadership training include mindfulness, communication skills, and ethical problem solving workshops. Administrators, students, and faculty learn to act with honesty, courage, and compassion. Leaders who integrate spiritual practice with their governance inspire trust, foster collaboration, and create harmonious organizational culture. How can alumni contribute to global humanitarian initiatives? The graduates of Shish University carry forward Gurudev's vision of learn, lead, and serve. They join humanitarian projects, disaster relief, and sustainable development programs. Through Art of Living's global network, alumni connect with like minded change makers worldwide. Meditation and Sudarshan Kriya enhances emotional resilience, allowing them to face challenges without burnout. Alumni report that spiritual grounding strengthens ethical decision making, empathy, and global responsibility. Their contribution becomes not just professional but profoundly transformative for humanity. How can Art of Living programs reduce anxiety among university staff? Administrative and support staff manage multiple responsibilities daily. Stress, if unchecked, leads to fatigue and errors. Sudarshan Kriya, Bhastrika, and simple daily meditation calm the mind and refresh energy. Gurudev highlights that happiness is a skill to be practiced. Staff members that trained in these techniques report better emotional regulation, improved communication, and healthier work-life balance. By integrating these practices into the workplace, the Srish University creates a culture of well-being, ensuring smooth administration and a positive environment for learning. Now, how do yoga and pranayama practices enhance academic performance? Physical and mental health are interlinked with learning. Regular yoga postures improve posture, flexibility, and vitality, while pranayama balances energy channels. Meditation enhances focus, memory retention, and comprehension. Gurudev emphasizes that a balanced body and mind enables students to encourage fully with studies. In Sri University's classroom, students often practice short mindfulness exercises before lectures, and research supports that such practices improve attention span, cognitive function, and emotional resilience, making students more effective learners. Now, how can cultural and spiritual events build a sense of community? Festivals, pujas, and satsangs bring together students, faculty, staff, and families. These gatherings foster camaraderie, reduce loneliness, and create shared joy. Gurudev's teachings remind us that collective celebration enhances energy and positivity. When students participate in bhajan nights, agni karyams, or environmental service drives, they experience connection beyond academics. This sense of belonging strengthens campus culture, making it a nurturing environment for personal growth, creativity, and ethical development. Now, how can meditation aid in reducing technology induced stress? Students and staff are constantly connected to screens, causing mental fatigue and anxiety. The meditation that recalls on the and short mindfulness breaks help reset the nervous system. Gurudev advises disconnect to reconnect. Even a few minutes of daily practice reduces stress hormones, improves clarity, and promotes emotional stability. Sri Sri University encourages students to integrate these micro practices between study or work sessions. This balance ensures technology enhances learning rather than depleting energy. Now, how does daily spiritual practice inspire lifelong learning? The spiritual disciplines cultivate curiosity, focus, and humility. Quality is essential for lifelong learning. Meditation and yoga sharpen the mind, while pujas and seva nurture compassion and gratitude. Gurudev teaches that wisdom is limitless. A prepared mind can absorb knowledge fully and joyfully. Shisha University students, faculty, and alumni who integrate art of living practices remain enthusiastic learners throughout life, constantly evolving personally, academically, and socially. Spiritual practices turn education into a holistic journey rather than a race for certificates. Now, how can students prepare for competitive exams without stress? Competitive exams create immense pressure due to limited seats and high expectations. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji teaches that stress blocks intelligence while calmness enhances it. Students at Sri Shri University integrate Sudarshan Kriya, meditation to Trikal Sandhya into daily routines, which reduces anxiety and improves concentration. Mindful breathing, short yoga sessions, and guided wisdom talks help students manage expectations and focus on consistent effort. By balancing preparation with inner peace, students approach exams with clarity, confidence, and resilience, ensuring sustainable performance. Now, how do the government and executive programs benefit from art of living techniques? Neither the senior officials, executives, and government officers often face high pressure responsibilities. Art of living programs, including Sudarshan Kriya, Shakti Kriya, and mindfulness workshops, enhance focus, decision making, and emotional stability. Gurudev emphasizes leaders who are stress free create stress free societies. Officers who attend these programs report better judgment, teamwork, and communication. Integration of spiritual wisdom into executive programs ensures ethical, compassionate, and effective governance, contributing to societal well-being and a more developed, harmonious nation. Now, how can the alumni leverage art of living wisdom in corporate environments? The corporate life brings deadlines, competition, and interpersonal challenges. Alumni practicing meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, Padmasadhana experience reduced stress, better leadership, and enhanced creativity. Gurudev teaches that inner balance fuels professional excellence. Alumni report that mindful communication and emotional intelligence cultivated through art of living workshops foster collaboration and innovation. They become role models who not only perform tasks efficiently but inspire positivity, ethical behavior, and workplace harmony. Now, how do the SEVA projects after graduation strengthen societal impact? The SEVA continues beyond campus. Graduates participate in community development, environmental sustainability, and social welfare initiatives. Gurudev emphasizes that service transforms both the giver and the receiver. Alumni integrate meditation and spiritual discipline into SEVA, ensuring patience, empathy, and persistence. By applying holistic education and spiritual practices, graduates address social challenges effectively. They become ambassadors of peace, inspiring others through selfless action and conscious living, creating ripple effects of positive change globally. How can the meditation support ethical decision making in a professional life? Workplace dilemmas often arise when decisions are influenced by ego, fear, or haste. Meditation and mindfulness help professionals observe situations with clarity and emotional neutrality. Gurudev teaches ethics is the natural outcome of a calm and aware mind. Professionals trained in art of living techniques find it easier to choose actions aligned with integrity and long term benefits. This reduces stress, enhances reputation, and builds trust within teams and society, making ethical decisions a natural habit rather than a struggle. Now, how can faculty and staff prevent burnout in a fast-paced academic environment? Academic institutions involve long hours, multitasking, and constant problem solving. Faculty and staff who integrate Sudarshan Kriya, the Trikal Sandhyas, and the short mindfulness breaks preserve energy and focus. Gurudev emphasizes the importance of replenishment. You cannot serve others effectively unless you serve yourself first. Weekly group meditation sessions, the satsangs, and the pujas by the Vedic Dhammasasthan provide emotional support and spiritual grounding. This ensures faculty remain enthusiastic, motivated, and effective in teaching, administration, and mentoring. Now, how do cultural and spiritual practices reduce social and emotional conflicts on campus? The conflicts arise from misunderstandings, ego clashes, and stress. Participation in bhajan nights, group meditation, the Agni Karam, and community seva creates a positive energy and mutual respect. Gurudev explains harmony begins with awareness of oneself. These practices foster empathy, patience, and communication skills. Students and staff experience reduced friction, deeper collaboration, and stronger bonds. Campus culture becomes inclusive and joyful, reflecting the values of Sri Sri University and Art of Living philosophy. Now, how can the parents and families continue spiritual growth alongside students? Parents and family members who practice the meditations, the Sudarshan Kriyas, and attend satsangs experienced emotional stability and inner peace. Gurudev emphasizes shared growth. Families who grew together create supportive ecosystems for students. Families who participate in pujas, the homas, and the cultural celebrations organized by the Vedic Sansthan. This involvement strengthens communication, reduces conflicts, and nurtures an environment conducive to academic success and holistic well being for students and staff alike. How can the alumni contribute to global peace and humanitarian initiatives? The alumni of the Shishu University carry forward Gurudev's vision of compassionate leadership. They initiate or join projects in education, health, environmental sustainability, and disaster relief. Meditation and Sudarshan Kriya equip them with emotional resilience to navigate challenges in global service. Gurudev teaches that inner peace is the foundation of societal peace. By embodying these principles, alumni create transformative impact, spreading harmony, compassion, and ethical action worldwide. Now, how does integrating the art of living techniques and the Vedic themselves and wisdom transform the university experience? The combination of modern academics, meditation, yoga, pujas, and seva creates a unique transformative environment. Students, faculty, staff, alumni, and families learn to balance intellect, emotions, and spirit. Gurudev's wisdom through books, talks, and guidance offers practical tools to manage stress, improve focus, and cultivate compassion. The Vedic and rituals provide spiritual grounding. Together, these practices make Sri Sri University not just a center of learning, but a living ecosystem of peace, leadership, and holistic growth. Education here becomes a lifelong journey of joy, service, and enlightenment. Jai Gurudev.